Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Morrie Ruffin. I'm the Managing Director of the Alliance for Regenerative Medicine. I wanted to welcome you all to the Immuno-Oncology Clinical and Patient Education Roundtable. It's a long title, I know, it's a mouthful. I just want to give you a little bit of introduction, background on this series, and then we're going to jump right into the program. So this is the second of these types of gatherings that the Alliance has hosted. We did our first back in January with a number of the groups in the rare genetic disorder community. And so we spent, just as we are today, about half a day with them in a similar format, going through the clinical outlook in the rare disease space, really through the lens of the work that we're doing in our sector in gene therapy and cell therapy. And then really a very useful interactive dialogue with everybody in the room around the challenges everyone is facing, not just the companies, but also the patient groups, the academic research community, the hospitals, really all of the stakeholders. And we want to do a similar thing today. That's what this is really designed to do. So we picked this topic. I'm sure it's no secret to most of you. I mean, this is obviously a topic of immense interest right now, and something that we as an organization really spend a lot of our time on. A lot of our companies are working in the oncology space. I think most of the dialogue today, though, is really going to be focused around cell therapies, gene therapy. Obviously, there are a lot of different approaches to immuno-oncology, and we'll probably touch on some of the others, but that's where most of the dialogue will be today. I want to emphasize that this is designed really to be interactive. We want this to be a discussion where you all can feel free to ask questions. If you need somebody to clarify something, please do it. That's the way it has worked well for us in the past, so we encourage you to do that today. So this really does represent, I think, the intersection of many of the things that we as an organization focus on. It'll involve a discussion about gene therapy, cell therapy, genetically modified cells, immunotherapy. This is really the intersection of much of the work that we're doing in this sector. And I think what we really want to attempt to do today is really understand where we are clinically. This dialogue is really designed to provide that information to all of you and to understand where we're going in the next 2 or 3 years, as I said, really what some of the challenges are, what we can expect to see out of this very important work that is now going on. So before I hand the stage over, though, I do want to recognize the people who have been working with us on this. So first and foremost, I wanted to recognize our co-hosts, the Friends of Cancer Research, and I'm going to hand the stage over to Ryan Hohman in a minute, but Friends has been really a tremendous partner for us in doing this. We can't do it without groups like Friends, and they, I think, as we sat down with them really to talk about how we wanted to do this, I think it became very apparent to both of us that there was a lot we could get out of a forum like this. So I think a lot of the work that they do and the insights they have into the cancer research community have informed a lot of what you're going to see and hear about today. But I also want to recognize our contributing sponsors. So actually, our supporting sponsor, Editas Medicine, and contributing sponsors, Audentes, Maxite, Precision Biosciences, Thermo Fisher, and Inspire. And then the steering committee, which is Argos, Cancer Grace, Celiad, Friends of Cancer Research, Inspire, Juno, Kite, Maxite, Memorial Sloan Kettering, and National Patient Advocate Foundation. So thank you to all of you for your support in putting this program on today. So with that, I'm going to hand the stage over to Ryan, and Ryan will introduce himself, Friends, and then our first panel. Thanks.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Morrie, Michael, Chelsea, and Wendy Seelig for all the work as we collaborated on this fantastic roundtable. We're proud to be co-sponsoring and co-hosting this important event. Friends of Cancer Research, for those of you in the room that may not be familiar, we focus on driving collaboration among all partners in the healthcare sector and really working through collaboration to have innovative new ways to get therapies to patients. So in every single way, in every single part of our mission, we're very much in line with the Alliance for Regenerative Medicine. And we thank you all in this room for your work and what you'll be doing over the next day with speaking to Congress. One of our key tenets, as I spoke to, is working on collaboration. This is something we share with ARM, and the best opportunity to provide high-level interactions for patients and all of the key players in the biomedical research continuum. As you all know, the Vice President has recently tasked the country with one of the greatest challenges of our generation, ending cancer. Biden has expressed immense hope that we can make breakthroughs that will affect the lives of millions and millions of people and tear down the silos and overcome bipartisan politics that may separate coalitions and stand in the way of patients receiving the treatment they really need. ARM and friends share a commitment to the goals created through the Moonshot and the most collaborative and innovative process possible. I want to thank ARM again for partnering with us to create this event that will look to answer the challenges ahead in immuno-oncology and regenerative medicine. Because in the spirit of the Vice President, the science and the leadership is there, but we have to do the hard work necessary to make curing cancer a modern-day achievement. And with that, I will turn it over to two excellent individuals. First, a rock star patient advocate, a rock star mother. Jamie Goldfarb is a melanoma survivor, patient advocate, research advocate for the National Cancer Institute. After being on a clinical trial herself and having her life saved by that trial, she is giving back every day by really getting the word out there about the need for innovative clinical trials, the need for referral to clinical trials, and the need for all patients, both on trials currently and having been through that, to really talk to each other, talk to their peers about what can be done and what needs to be done to change the system. The next individual that will join her for this fireside chat hardly needs an introduction, likely, to this group. His pioneering work on immunotherapy and immuno-oncology is really why we're here today and why someone like Jamie can be here today with us having this discussion. He's the Chief Surgery Branch and Senior Investigator Head of the Immuno-Oncology Section for the NCI. And with that, I would like to ask Jamie and Stephen to come up to the stage, please.